Hi, my name is George Urban and I'm one of the developers of DiveShopManager. Welcome to part 2 of the DiveShopManager demonstration video. In this video I will show you the hotel and reservation part of DiveShopManager. We will also going to have a look at the dive roster for your local diving and on the shop items section. Then I will show you how easy it is to create colorful newsletters and send them to your customers. Let's first go to the resort part of DiveShopManager. Since many dive centers book their divers into more than only one resort, it makes sense that we can add multiple resorts to DiveShopManager too. In the resort list, you'll see all resorts entered to the software. Simply click on the resort you want to view or to modify. Each resort has its own page, which contains the resort details and the staff details of the person you used to deal with in that resort. It contains also the room category information and the prices for each room category. You can enter prices for up to 6 seasons here. If you want to see the room availability of the resort, click on the room tabs and enter the dates you would like to check for the calendar. Rooms are divided into blocks of 30 rooms to make it easier to view without much scrolling around. You can add up to 90 rooms per hotel or resort. If your resort has more than 90 rooms, simply create a second instance of the same place with additional room categories. Once the resort is set up, making a room booking for customers is going to be done in a breeze. You simply go to the customer's invoice, select the resort invoice and book the room with a few clicks. Let's go back to the start menu now and have a look at the shop items of your dive center. The first thing you see after clicking the shop items button is the list of all items entered to the software. We have added a snorkel here to demonstrate how to add items in the shop. Shop items can be anything from a snorkel to a travel ticket or a diving package. Basically everything you will be adding to multiple customers' invoices over time. As always, we can search the items list by any of the columns and we can order multiple items directly out of the list. On the items detail page, we enter all information we have about this item, such as color, size, supplier and how many we have on stock. We can also see the order history and we can click to order single items directly from here. The trade price we enter on this page is used for the main invoice calculation, where you can see all details of payments, costs and income related to each customer invoice. Then we have the retail price for customers and we also added a special price for staff here. All prices entered here keep a price history. Now if a customer buys something in your shop, these items can then be simply selected and added in the customer sales invoice. You can find all the detailed information on how to use the shop items section of DSM in the well-illustrated user manual. Let's now go and have a look on the liveaboard section of DiveShopManager. If you're a liveaboard operator, this section will be especially interesting for you. If you're not a liveaboard operator but you're acting as an agent and offer liveaboard diving from multiple liveaboard operators to your customers, this section could be even more interesting for you. The liveaboard section of DiveShopManager allows you to enter as many operators and liveaboard boats as you like. The operator section is basically the same as the resort section we looked at previously. You can see the general information and the staff you're dealing with, as well as notes concerning this staff member. Additionally, we have a section with liveaboard boats for each operator. When we click on a boat, we will get to the boat detail page, where we see all the cabin classes, the schedules, the descriptions and the pictures of the boat. An easily searchable list of all liveaboard schedules lets us select the boat schedule and navigate to the details of the boat. The liveaboard diving schedules you enter here can later be selected and added to a customer's invoice in the section for liveaboard diving. Let's go on now and have a look at the local diving section and how easy it is to create a dive roster for the day. After clicking the local diving button on the start menu of DiveShopManager, we will be directed to an empty dive roster. Here we can select the date and the boat and the dive master of the day. Now we can add more staff by simply selecting them from the staff list. And we can select our customers who will be diving that day from the customer list by simply clicking through the list. This list will only show you people who are actually having an open invoice in your resort. At last we are going to enter the dive sites and we are done and ready to print the dive roster. The dive roster can now be used and filled in on the boat by the DM of the day. After the dives, when the dive roster is brought back to the dive shop, the dive data can easily be logged into the software with a few clicks. Nevertheless, what happens in the background when you log the dives into DiveShopManager is quite amazing. All fun dives are listed and accounted for in the customer invoice. All diving surcharges such as night dive, night rocks or DPV are also automatically accounted for. All wages for staff is automatically listed and accounted for in the staff wages page. The dives of the day are added to the customer file and will reflect the next day in the dive roster so that the DM of the day is always aware of the exact number of dives each diver has logged. An electronic logbook of each customer's dives will be created and updated. Furthermore, the main invoice calculation of each diver will be updated and reflects the newest results. And finally, the statistics for fun dives, diving courses and surcharges will also be updated. As you can see, there is a whole list of things going on when you simply click on a few buttons in the dive roster. At the end of the day, the information collected in the dive roster will not only calculate your invoices and wages, it would also help to determine how well your business is doing. The last part of DiveShopManager I want to show you today is the newsletter part of the software. Every successful business today sends newsletters to their customers. There is an old saying in internet marketing: the money is in the list. Typing this phrase into Google will present you with 1.5 billion results saying exactly the same thing. With DiveShopManager, you're building your list every day, with every new customer entered into the software. Now I'm going to show you in a short presentation how simple it is to send language-specific newsletters to your customers. Click on Email on the Start menu and then click on Template List. Here we select the template for our newsletter and we see all fields that we can use here. First we add a title for our newsletter. Then we give it a header. And now we're going to add some pictures to the newsletter to make it more attractive for our customers. I prefer to use pictures that have already been uploaded on a website in a gallery folder specially for newsletters. This way email gets sent much faster. Now that we have added our 3 pictures, we enter some text to the 3 text parts by simply clicking on each of the text bars. To make things even easier here, we can paste text from the clipboard. The last thing we need to do is to add an unsubscribe link to the footer of the newsletter. In many countries it is law to add this to every newsletter. But we made that easy for you too. You simply select an unsubscribe link from a predefined list and your unsubscribe link is entered. The newsletter is now finished and ready to send. Now we only need to select the customers. I could go on for hours to talk about the advantages you will experience once you apply DiveShopManager to your business, but my time here is running short. But again, you can find all detailed information on how to work with DiveShopManager in the well-illustrated user manual. So go ahead now and download the latest version of DiveShopManager right away. Try it out with the next 50 customers completely free and see how it works for you. That's it for today. If you have any questions, please contact us over our website www.diveshopsoftware.com. See you soon!